The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Luke. Filled with the Holy Spirit, Jesus returned from the Jordan and was led by the Spirit into the desert for 40 days to be tempted by the devil. He ate nothing during those days, and when they were over, he was hungry. The devil said to him, "If you are the Son of God, command this stone to become bread." Jesus answered him, "It is written, 'One does not live on bread alone.'" Then he took him up and showed him all the kingdoms of the world in a single instant. The devil said to him, "I shall give to you all this power and glory, for it has been handed over to me, and I may give it to whomever I wish. All of this will be yours if you worship me." Jesus said to him in reply, "It is written, 'You shall worship the Lord your God, and him alone shall you serve.'" Then he led him to Jerusalem, made him stand on the parapet of the temple, and said to him, "If you are the Son of God, throw yourself down from here, for it is written, 'He will command his angels concerning you to guard you, and with their hands they will support you, lest you dash your foot against a stone.'" Jesus said to him in reply, "It also says, 'You shall not put the Lord your God to the test.'" When the devil had finished every temptation, he departed from him for a time. The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Malcolm Muggeridge, who's a 20th century British journalist, his years 1903 to 1990. In his younger years, he dabbled in communism, but he dropped it after visiting the Soviet Union and witnessing communism in action, namely collectivizing. And what he saw communism in action had to do with is taking away a community's local control, their local autonomy, and the self-reliance of people. And he saw the destruction of the middle class, resulting in a man-made famine in the present-day country of Ukraine. 7 million dead. And Muggeridge said this, "Whatever else I may do or think in the future, I must never pretend that I haven't seen this." In the late 1960s, as his journalistic career continued, he heard about an Albanian nun working in Calcutta, a woman tending to the sick and the starving, and he went out of his way to spend some time with her. And he wrote a book about her, and together they made a film. In the book, the film, of course, has to do with Mother Teresa of Calcutta. The book some of us own. It's called Something Beautiful for God. Muggeridge used his international stature with the BBC, which was the #1 news source of the world at the time. He used his stature to let the world know about Mother Teresa, and that the world needs Mother Teresas. In 1971, they did a publicity kind of circuit, giving interviews all over the world. They gave a television interview. It's still on YouTube right now. And they had commentary about the film that they made. One of the images in the film was Mother Teresa holding a little baby. Abandoned people were like lined up at Mother Teresa's place, and she just picked up one of the babies and showed the baby to the camera. A little girl, maybe about 6 pounds, but her face looked like she was an 80-year-old woman. The abandoned babies, and the diseased, and the old and the forgotten, those became Mother's children. This first Sunday of Lent, every first Sunday of Lent, is the temptations of Jesus. 3 temptations. And here are some of the lessons that we can pick up from them. Jesus would not turn stone into bread. Notice this. He would not put into his body what was really stone. He would not put any form of devil's food into his body, the things that the body and the soul cannot digest. Some of you know the feeling of having a stone in your body. Isn't that painful? Isn't that destructive? You know what I'm talking about? Having a stone in your body? Jesus said no to the devil's food. Second, in our book of faith, the only one who makes this kind of promise at a price, the promise of worldly power and stature, is the devil. God has his promises. The devil has his promises. Selling your soul to the devil is to say yes to what Jesus was offered in that second temptation. And what does that look like? It looks like looking out at the world. Looking at the world, not at God, and say, yes, this is what I want with this life of mine. Pursue the things of the world first and foremost, rather than the things of God. That's what it looks like to not say no to the devil's second temptation. And how prevalent is that, even with good people? The third temptation. Jesus would not put God to the test by what? By throwing his life away. For him, it took the form of being on top of the temple, and he had the chance to throw himself down. For us, it takes other forms of throwing our life away, as far as however that looks, and then just expecting God to save you. Faith is a test of man. It's not a test of God. One of the lessons in that third temptation. Don't throw your life away. Don't chance anything. There's an original phrase, God is in the details. I think that has to do with the importance of craftsmanship. If you're going to build something, well, you better take care of all the details, otherwise it's going to fall apart. But now more popular, what we have heard from time to time, is the devil is in the details. In this gospel, we have both. God and the devil are in the details today. God's details, what are they that will keep something from falling apart? God's details consist of a lot of don'ts. Don'ts. There are big do's from God. Be fertile and multiply. Keep the Lord's day holy. But along with us remembering the 10 Commandments, do you see how Jesus confronted the devil's do's with God's don'ts? Do you see how that was Jesus' answer to the devil? Was God's don't. Jesus was born as a don't. His birth should have never been. There's no explanation for it other than the supernatural. And he came because he did not want to leave us abandoned. He was born as a don't. And so this don't, Jesus, confronts and withstands a voice that wants us just to use us and to mock God. In the temptations, God is in the details of the don't. And the devil is in the details of do. Just do it. That's the devil in the details. And where does the devil meet Jesus first? When Jesus is first vulnerable as an adult with his 40-day fast. Do you think the devil's real or not? Well, let me ask you. You ever get a strange voice in your head? I'm not talking about the schizophrenic out there or anything like that. You ever get a strange voice in your head when you have anxiety lonely, looking for some security. A strange voice that pops out of nowhere and tells us to do something that will make the situation better. That outsider voice still speaks to a lot of us. And don't think it's not the devil who's still out there speaking to us when we're weak. He did it to Jesus, and that's when he'll get us too. Back to Mother Teresa. We Catholics are proud of her. She moves in our minds like a movie film. With that, she's like Jesus. You can visualize what Jesus did. You can visualize the good things that Mother Teresa did in her love. But do you see this? The fundamental don't that she lived by in order to do all the good things that she did. What was it? Don't leave people to die without them experiencing the love of God. Don't let anybody leave this world without tasting God's love on some level. That was Mother Teresa's hospice care. She didn't pump anybody with drugs to make things better at the end. She pumped them with the love of God. Mother saw that. That's how he converted. That's what he wanted to share with the world. Because he saw abandoned people get transformed, not by medication, but by love. And to feel like there is hope and a place for me even when I die. Because God was planted in them. Love does transform. That's what he wanted to share with the world and telling the story of Mother Teresa. Do you believe that God love has that power? Or do we simply trust in the drugs to make things better in the end? Muggeridge saw that the Catholic Christian commitment to living out of our don'ts. Don't let somebody leave this world without the love of God. He saw it. And anticipating the ongoing culture of death that he witnessed as a young man with godless communism, 2 world wars, later manifesting itself, if we can't kill grown-up adults in different parts of the world, we'll kill our babies in the womb, the disintegration of the family. Muggeridge saw that. And for him, only the Christians can stand and be the defense if they live out of their don'ts. It will be the only restraint in this world, only defense we have to what will just continue to be godlessness, murder, selfishness, using and disposing of people. But the Catholic Christian will be called to live strongly and fiercely out of God's don'ts to protect themselves and culture.